Today is March the 11th, 2023, and just something interesting I wanted to show and talk about here in the greenhouse. This is a little oak tree that was coming up in one of my pots where I didn't need it, and so I just wanted to show y'all. You see, there's the acorn. It somehow got in the dirt by hook or by crook or squirrel or whatever, and germinated. It's a nice little tree. It could grow up to be something. But what I wanted to show y'all is this taproot. Now, it's kind of not straight down because it's in a pot and hit the bottom like that right there. But in open ground, this would have tried to, as best it could, go around rocks and stuff, go down. And this taproot is what will anchor this tree. So if you've ever tried to dig up a little tree, or what you thought was little 2 or 3 foot tree, and you end up breaking the taproot or can't seem to get down the bottom, look, that taproot is longer than that little tree is tall. And I've done this before. I've seen little native pecan trees. I said, well, I'm gonna dig that up, go plant it, and graft a known variety onto this native pecan, and it's gonna do good. And oh my God, you're gonna dig a hole as deep as you are tall if you're gonna get it all. And so it's best just to start your own. I mean, you can dig them up, but I like getting all the root. And so these other little roots coming off are what we call feeder roots. And some of them will get bigger and kind of help support the tree also, but as a root gets bigger, it'll branch out more feeder roots, smaller roots. Them is what brings up the nutrition out of the soil. And if you'll notice down here at the bottom, the white ones, that's the newest growth. That growth probably isn't a week or so old at the most, in my opinion. And I'm not a professional horticulturist, but from what I've seen, these brown roots have been there a little while, but even on them you see some white. That's where they're slowly growing out, and as they age they'll get that brown bark on them. And so yeah, these little trees, you see them little things in the yard, you try to pull them up, they break off. No wonder. How y'all like that? Now, some of you may gasp or say, you're wasting it. I really don't need this tree around. I've got, these things are everywhere. Walk up underneath the oak tree and they're everywhere. And I sure didn't need it in one of my pots here in the greenhouse. I just thought it'd be an interesting thing to show that, straighten it out a little bit. That root is actually longer. And actually when they germinate, the root comes out first. Let me get it focused. The root comes out first on just about any plant that's germinating, and you're going to get, it's going to try to get stabilized before you see some top growth and start feeding itself. And now for the first little bit, that nut in the acorn will actually has the energy to feed this young plant for a while. So you can actually start a plant, a seed, in soilless medium with no kind of fertilizer. You can take something like say vermiculite, or something like that really is not soil, just loose, and you can start a seed in it, and it can prosper as long as you give it moisture. It'll prosper for a while, until it has drawn all the reserves, or starts drawing low and reserves out of that little seed capsule. Then it's going to need feeding. So there you go. Just a little something interesting today. I think's interesting, and I'm weird like that. I hope y'all enjoyed that. God bless.